Said I woke up to the summer shining through. Calling out my friends asking what's the move. Feeling a little different, I'm on something new. Today I ain't gonna let no clouds get in my way. The only road I'm walking is the one I pick. Catch me sitting in the sun, no time for shade. Today
Good morning, everybody. This is Kiki from Living Food. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Saturday. If you are listening, then you are blessed also because God is not finished with us yet. Amen, amen. So let me share with you my information in case you would like to get a hold of me. I am Living Food by Kiki on social media. My website is zervita.com/ Living Food by Kiki, and my phone number is 562-665-5115. Any questions, you can email me, call me. I love sharing this nutrition at the cellular level because it's changed my life, and I know that God has called us to be whole, and we have something truly amazing to assist us in our mind, body, and spirit. So I'm excited. Today is a special day, actually. I have my friend Tanya, who's going to be my co-host, who actually chased me down for 2 years to share wellness with me. And I kept saying, no, thank you. I'm good. But no, I wasn't good. I'm good now. Um, and I also have Willie from KBRG, who also will be joining us and sharing his testimony since he's been on Living Food as well. So, good morning, Tanya. Good morning, Willie.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So, Tanya, I want to introduce you. We did our first show together, and I always thank you publicly for not giving up on me. I said no for 2 years. I didn't know what I was saying no to, and I'm just a different person today because of your persistency. You actually knocked on my door, and I did say, "Oh my gosh, there's that lady," because we had met on the phone and we had prayed together a few times, and here you were and sharing a product. And so, if you can share, Miss Tanya, you had knocked on my door and you had said that you were in the neighborhood. And if you can share a little bit about that, Miss Tanya, please do.
Okay, thank you, Kiki. I thank you for allowing me on this show today. Yes, actually, when I was in Kiki's neighborhood, I was actually going through my most difficult time, one of my most difficult time in my life. I was at a church support group. I think that was like every Saturday at that time. I need to go because I was going through a very difficult time, divorce. And so anyway, I was introduced to this amazing living food, and I knew was very, very good. How good, I have no idea. I felt like that was the Lord helping me to just have this faith, believing in something that's good. I didn't need all kinds of explanations. I just needed to know that I need something because my heart was super broken and it was actually bleeding. When I say bleeding, meaning I felt the aches and pains there. It was so deep. I could not get it, my heart. If I could, at that time, I could have a surgery. I would allow it because it was so painful. I couldn't handle it. But anyway, every time I was in Kiki's area, I somehow she came to my mind. I had a really amazing time with her over the phone. I knew that she has a big heart, a great heart, a passionate heart. Actually, she really loved to help people. And so anyway, I don't know. She just came to my mind, and I wanted to share. I called her a few times actually, but the final one time she said yes. I was allowed to be there for 15 minutes, so I'm grateful. And I just ran over there. Actually was very tired after my meeting, my support group, but you know what? I was grateful, and I was around the corner of her house, and I know that God had me there for a purpose, for a reason. And of course, now I look back, it's been a almost 4 years journey, over 4 years now. I know, I see the plan, I see everything, how it all pulled together. And I'm here today, I would say it's a miracle as well, on this radio show, and as being alive as well, this every breath that I'm taking. Thank you, Jesus. So yeah.
Yes. Going back to the 15 minutes, Tanya, I know you laugh about it now, but I think I hurt your feelings back then because I was like, oh my gosh, like, really? Because you had it was many times you emailed me, you called me, and I just kept blowing you off because I say no thank you to everything, right? It's like when you go to the store and they're selling candies or they want you to sign this. Many of us just say no thank you without really realizing what is it about. And so when you came to my door, actually at that time, I had Irene living with me. She was in a very dark place in her life, and my heart is for broken women, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Um, I was supporting her and just trying to encourage her through scriptures, and she was here, and you came in and gave us both samples. And I did tell you, you only have 15 minutes. And honestly, Tanya, you know I wasn't going anywhere. I was just irritated. And so that's really taught me a lesson, also, Tanya, to listen to other people because now people don't sometimes want to listen to what I'm sharing. No, I'm good. No, it's okay. So this really taught me a lesson because had it not been for you knocking on my door, I cannot express, I don't even know where I would be today. I was emotionally a hot mess. And because of those 15 minutes, you shared the product with me and Irene, and she had an encounter in about 15 minutes, if you remember, because you walked in and you said 8 out of 10 may feel a difference within 20 minutes. And I did not feel anything. It was, for me, it was my third day, but I thank you for coming to my door. It's changed my life, my family, and it's given me the peace of mind, the health back. And I just have to always publicly say thank you for never giving up on me, Tanya, because that's why we get to move forward now together, and we're excited to share what God is doing with this formulation. So I just wanted to say that once again.
Well, I thank you and welcome. And I know it's God because, I wouldn't be that persistent. It was the urge. There was an urge going on. And I know that's Him. And why, of course, He loves you so much and He wants the best for you, that health, mind, body, and spirit healthy, amazing. Because you are a blessing to many. And so, yeah, I know it's Jesus helping me with this journey. And when you're talking about open mind, curious, my whole life, in fact, I'm 46, okay? So I just reminded me when I was teenager, I would say 14, 15, first time heard about Jesus. I say no to Jesus, I say no because you know what? Nobody's gonna ever convert me because I'm Chinese, okay? And I was Buddhist and atheist. So all I'm saying is, God traced after me, and He is a powerful God. He is amazing God. He changed me, transformed me, carry me through my just many tough times. One day we'll get into my story. Went through so many different things in my life. I was abandoned, rejected, by my own family, abused by my own family. I'm here today, like I said, it's a miracle. And yeah, when my friend Linda shared zeal with me, same thing. I say no because I was going through rough time. What do you want from me? More money from me? Like, I was just thinking more like, hey, don't take any money from my pocket. I wanna keep it. This is my tough time, right? And I don't need anything. I'm done with network marketing. I'm done with this. I'm done with that because you know what? I was depressed. And all I'm thinking is me, like, hey, don't touch me. I'm close-minded right now. I'm not gonna be curious about anything. And I was like, I put my hands across me, okay, when they were sharing zeal with me. And I was like, no, don't. In my mind, I was saying, no, I'm gonna tell you that it tastes bad. I don't like the taste. I don't like it. And which did taste bad to me because my body was going through major stress, right? So my body, nothing tastes good. Sick people, nothing tastes good. Okay, I was sick. Okay, and I acknowledge that now. I look back, And I was like, I crossed my hand. I go, you know what, Linda, you're not gonna tell me to go do another opportunity here, because I did not do well in any other opportunity. I didn't make it. I tried my best for a year. I quit now. Like I'm not gonna do any more network marketing. All I'm trying to do right now is take care of myself. But the problem is I didn't know how to take care of myself really. Okay. But I didn't know, I don't know, right? And so all I'm saying is I look back, I go, I'm grateful that, Kiki was open-minded, gave me that 15 minutes. I have no idea how good, but I'm grateful that she's open to try, just being open-minded, to see what the heck, and that is what changed her life and what changed my life, because I say, you know what, I did try, and I tried, but not because I had testimony, actually, just for your information. I tried, it was a week later I had a testimony. But the beautiful thing is when Kiki tries, she has a testimony on the third day. So she called me and all excited. I go, this cannot be a lie, right? Because if she's my customer and she's excited about something and it's real, giving me a real testimony, then I better, step up and be a good girl and just have faith and just try and try and try.
Yes.
And I believe I'm going to have a breakthrough. I believe I'm going to have a testimony when I have no idea. But when I look at the ingredient, 39 superfood in this one scoop of living food. How could it go wrong? Tanya, wake up, just keep drinking it. And I drink one, it didn't work. I drink two, it didn't work. I say, you know what, I'm going to drink 5 a day because it can't be bad for me, And if Kiki's having a testimony, sooner or later, I'm going to have a testimony, I believe. And that's, it actually, with this one living food, my mind begin to get strengthened, and I begin to actually get to know God's word even deeper and better. And that's a whole level of different kind of story here. I'm just so thankful today. I'm here today. Yeah. And I get to meet a beautiful, amazing, this KBRG, the bridge station too. This is true, this whole journey. And Willie is amazing. Just hearing his testimony, how it also, touches him. And this is like beyond my comprehension.
Yes. This is God on the move. Even in our toughest times, we have something here that is helping us stronger, to not feel as sad, or even to feel stronger in our health, our motivation to get up and deal with what we have to deal with. But Tanya, I want to go back a little bit. On my third day, first of all, when you shared it with me, I had no idea that you had just started it. You didn't have your encounter yet. Okay. So when you shared with me, you left samples for me. And then on the third day, I woke up and my joints were feeling better, but it was more of my emotional status that was like, wait a minute, nothing changed in my life. What happened? I feel joy today. So when I called you, I didn't know at the time, but now you're sharing your testimony, how you were still detoxing because of your emotional status and things that you had gone through. And you didn't understand, why is Kiki calling me? Why are other people calling me? So excited about their encounters. Can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, for me, because I was going through freshly, seriously, I was in the midst of separation and getting the paper and all that stuff. I was depressed. I mean, that's all I can describe. Is I look at my picture now, and we can show the picture, but I was more overweight. My skin tone was like dull. I was looking more and more ugly. Even somebody pointed out and say, oh, what's wrong with you? Why you look so ugly? And my thanks, and ugly means something's not looking right. Means, things are not aligned correctly, the mind, body, and spirit, I believe. So anyway, and I was losing hair. So I wasn't in the best stage of my situation. I was going through, major stress that most human being can handle. And it was devastating. And so I didn't have right away. Now I look back, is because my body, before a beautiful house being built, a beautiful temple being rebuilt, it needs to break down first. All those, toxin. Stress is toxin, okay? Stress equal toxin. So it needs to come out first. My body knows best for me. I don't know. I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm God's creation, and so I don't know any better about anything, but I just know that God has a special plan. And before I can get better on my tempo, I need to detox first. All the yucky things need to come out. And the all the 39 superfood, who made them? Jesus made them, right? God made them. We didn't come up with them. We can't possibly, do all those, amazingness. The turmeric, the wild berry, they all have amazing, amazing benefits. God has long ago, planned for us, put it together for us because He know we need them. We need the good superfood. We are extraordinary human being by the grace of the Lord. So we need superfood, not regular food, not ordinary food, guys. You know what I mean?
Right,
And so
right.
I realized, wow, when I drink this, my body was going through a very major detox. Then little by little, 1 week later, I noticed my eyes were brighter. I was driving, listening to music. The music actually sounded good now. I was like, ooh, a little bit of joy, even with the bleeding pain, okay? And I see the more blue sky and a more green tree. They were always there. How can they be more green and more blue? That's because my body internally is going through some changes, minor, okay? Nothing compared to Kiki, but I was okay with it. I was like, you know what? I'm so happy it's happening for Kiki. I didn't have that jump up and down, excitement, but I know it was good. I'm so glad it's working for her. And I know I want to be like her when I grow up, okay? I was like, I want the same thing, Lord. I was just crying out to God. I said, why is it not working for me so fast? But you know what? I'm human. I'm not patient. I just realized this is one of those moments, the Israelite moments. I'm like, I'm not grateful. Hey, the little change I have is good. Even the detox was good. I was getting more tired. How come? Wow, the Lord is so kind to me. He goes, Tanya, go rest. You don't need to be fighting for the world. I'm fighting for you, right? Drink this living food. Go rest because the body is telling me to rest and get more rest. Why? When you're going through stress, going through depression, what do you need? You need rest, not fighting, not go push through, but rest just a right amount. You still need a purpose because if there's no purpose, then depression goes deeper, So I
Yes,
thank God. I think God gave me this purpose to go, help other people while in the midst of my storm. He allowed me to a little bit of joy at night. I was giggling, like, what the heck, Tanya should be crying at this moment, but I
yes,
was a little giggle. He gave me a little rest, through this living food that he created. I'm like, thank God.
yes,
So
yes.
yeah.
You also mentioned, Tanya, so what I'm hearing is it took you about a week to start feeling better, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then you mentioned that you were driving and then all of a sudden you felt also giggly.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
remember that story? You said you were just driving and you just suddenly felt you were laughing, or I'm not sure what that story was, but it was
Yeah, it
also
was in my
like
dreams. I was feeling, a little bit of, giggling and feeling better inside. Like my heart was still pain, but I just felt like, wow, like I was laughing in my dream and in my sleep, like a little bit, just somehow like this. And I was like, wow, nice. Like I don't know where's it coming from or what is going on, but I do discover it's because, my body was so deficient, so depleted that once I start putting, the right fill, the right charging, begin to charge my body, like that Tesla's car, right? And it's getting better and better. It's begin to move a little bit at the right direction now. So yeah, I'm
yeah.
grateful.
Wow, that's beautiful. I mean, that's my story, that's your story. That's why the Lord put us, together because we're able to wake up and deal with our daily tasks, our pains. Um, I have many friends that have encountered losses, and they just said something about the living food. It didn't make me go under when I had another mourning of another loved one. I just felt different. Of course, the pain is there. That's not going to take away, but it's just a different level of maybe not falling into that dark hole, as I call it, where you just feel like everything is dark around you. You're never going to see joy again. And so this is both of our stories. So that's so beautiful. I know that we can help many women with our testimonies. And it really doesn't even stop there, right, Tanya? It's not even, it's more than the emotional. It's the health and all the benefits that come with drinking this formulation.
Yes.
So, wow,
And
that's beautiful.
yeah, I want to touch about my tempo too. It did begin to unfold. Okay, so I did get more tired. I did get more rest. I just do whatever I can. I don't complain about it. I just keep drinking more water, detox myself, and of course continue to restore and repenetrate the good nutrients into my cells. And I noticed my hair. I was had a hair loss at before, a lot of hair loss, and it was hair all over my floor because I have dark hair. And my family was complaining about it. Why don't you clean? Like, I'm clean, but next moment, next day it's all my hair again. And my hair lost so much it even clogged the drain. So I did notice my hair loss over time. Few months later, it get less loose. I have more hair, more new grown hair. I did lose some weight too, not on diet. I still continue to do my normal routine. Of course, I'm now more clear-minded. I'm more aware of, what I'm putting into my mouth because we are what we eat. And so I begin to notice that, I just shed like about 8 to 10 pounds. I think it was less than 2 months extra. My face, usually I gain weight on my face. So my face was looking, more like just smaller. And then out the blue one day, I actually 7-8 months later, I had hemorrhoid when I had my baby, 15 years ago. I discovered one day it disappeared. I was like, wow, like, that's pretty amazing. And the most amazing thing I want to also share is that people, okay, like posting a picture on like social media or some of my other apps, and some of the friends will come forth and say, oh, you have that face, the living food zeal face, and complimenting. I'm getting like, I felt like they were saying that I was looking younger, looking more vibrant, looking more alive, and I was looking more beautiful. I was like, wow. I said, the grace of the Lord, his light is shining up on me, give me favor, right? And so and now it's 4 5 almost over 4 years later. I still have people say, wow, I don't believe that you're almost 50. I say, yeah, it's the grace of the Lord. Of course, first, he made me this way. And second, he gave me this amazing living food. It allowed me to, enhance, whatever highlights, what he has already given to me. Be more youthful and more vibrant. And I'm a better mom now. Okay, I don't have patience to go shopping with my daughter. Whenever before we go in, I have to drink 1 or 2 to be a more patient mother. Look at things that she like, not what I like. Because when I look at things that I like, I have more energy. I get excited. But when what she wanted to look at, I have to have patience. So this gives me seriously more patience. I'm more kinder because of my body's properly charged, right, with the right feel, with the right electrical, like this Tesla is now going better. It's not going and stop. Thank you, Jesus. So this Tesla is going well right now, go more smooth.
Hey, Tanya, this is better and healthier than Botox.
Yes.
And it's more simple.
Yes, simple and affordable, important, because I'm a single mom, cannot afford a lot of luxury, right? And I need necessity. And thank you, Jesus. This is the foundation. This is a necessity. And it's like less than $3 basically, per serving. And man, I use my money on, some boba tea, some Starbucks. I mean, really, this is, afforded. I can afford it. I do whatever I can to save it just for this, to invest my health, because without health, what am I good for? I'm no good for nobody, right? And so health is very important. Jesus number 1 and health is number 2, right?
Yes. Matter of fact, Tanya, I'm going to put your before and after on my social media, on Instagram and on Facebook, Living Food by Kiki, so they can see for themselves. People want to know, people want to see, why is this product working, or let me see a before and after. So I'm gonna put that up. But yes, that's beautiful testimony, and it's been 4 years for the both of us, and we're both feeling amazing and looking younger. Hey, why not? Right?
Yes.
Why not?
Yes.
So that's
And
beautiful.
that's a bonus I wanted to say. The looking younger, more beautiful, all the stuff, more healthier looking. This is a bonus. The really deep thing is that now, seriously, I can read God's word better because my mind is more clear. I can discern better. Okay. God has helped me break my strongholds, okay, because of the word of the Lord, because I can understand better, right? And then he can speak to me. I can hear better, and I can actually move better because of him. He's directing my steps. Okay. So really most important, the most benefit is the spirit part, my spirit. And now I'm joining Bible study. I can understand better. Okay. Thank you, Jesus. And before I just always say, no, because I go there, I don't understand everything. Like, what the heck you guys are talking about? I'm so sorry. I fall asleep, whenever I'm listening to the God's word. I'm just being honest here. And but God is so good. He started with my, I got to change my mind. First, I got to be open-minded, change my mind, and I change my life. What does that mean? I have new thoughts coming in with God's word. And then, but all this stuff is not going to contain, if my mind is not feeding, like my mouth is not putting the right things in there, how am I going to have the good mind to think and to even, logically, be discerned? So all this discerning is wonderful, but, the mouth is eating all the wrong food or all the wrong drink. How am I going to have this correct mindset? I couldn't. No matter how I try, I can do all my trying, but it couldn't, So I want to say it's thankful. And I thank Kiki for encouraging me, because you know what? Her testimony excites me, and it makes me believe she had the encounter. Her body is made the same way as me, right? Trillions of cells. How is Tanya's not going to work? Maybe later. Okay, fine. Be patient, So I believe, and I just took me seriously several months to get to, it first began with the 1 week, testimony, but gradually better and better. I have more and more testimony. And now today it's been, a few years, and I just see the big change in my life, in my, just in every aspect. We're talking about finance, we're talking about, the spiritual, emotional, physical, all is changing. Because I start putting the right thing into my mouth, and then my mind begin to be able to get better.
Yes, all from one drink. So everything about living food is a yes and a yes. No time to doubt. You will definitely be blessed. And I talk about the mind, the body, and the spirit. It does help you in all those areas. And it's simple. Why would we not even attempt to try this? So that's so beautiful. I love your testimony. We're a good team, Miss Tanya, you and I. And with that said, I always share with people, as we're praying for our healing, as we're praying, to, ask God, what, I'm waking up tired, or, I big diagnosed with this or with that. What are we putting in our mouth? What is our accountability as we pray? God is a healer till this day. But where is our accountability? Because what we put in our mouth and what we're putting in our body, it does play a big role in our illness or our health.
Yeah. And I want to just add to that real quick, before I know you're going to pass the microphone to our wonderful Willie, is that, I don't want to make any medical claims, nothing like that. Okay. All the stuff that we talk about is just my personal story. And I wanted to, stress on it about this, every healing, every amazing things happening, Jesus, because he is the one made all this amazing fruits and veggies, superfood, not regular food, guys. Okay. So because what he did, okay, is all him, all come from him, all the glory to him. Everything happening in our body, he made our body, our cells has what? Has wisdom. Okay. Wisdom. So that they recognize what's good for them, and they know how to adjust and balance. Our body has wisdom to do those things. We are what we eat, right? So thank you, Jesus, for giving us such amazing, creation. And then we are able to somehow use technology to make it even, allow our body to absorb and recognize it. So that's how everything all come together nicely.
Yes.
And what I love about this one is, we have many good stuff in the world. Okay. I try many things, spend thousands of dollars. Even I didn't have it, I would borrow just because I want to feel better. I want to, be more functional. I want to be a better mother, be a better, ex-wife at that time. I really wanted. But
wait. Did you say better ex-wife? Okay, that's a first.
Yeah, all those things. I want him to be a better ex-husband too,
That's
but you know what? I put him on a guinea pig path, poor thing. He tried everything. It didn't work. Why? Because it didn't work for his body at that time. Also, it was not simple, wasn't affordable. Even though it works a little bit, we couldn't continue the journey. Okay. And so we kind of broke, quote unquote, that time, broke the bank to do stuff just to make things work. But I'm saying is, this is simple, affordable, complete, very important. Okay. Your body need to be complete. So what do you need? You need complete food to go in. And our body, needs not only one food, not only two food. We need a lot of superfood to come in to do what? To do amazing things. And this is understandable because we have trillions of cells. It's not like, hundreds of cells. Then yes, you eat one spinach, you eat one kale, you're going to be good. No, the body is not made that way. So we need to open our mind, open our eye, open our, perspective on the world is, we need, if we want to be feeling on top of the, on the top of the health and feel really good, we need the best thing to come in to allow that to be at that level. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tanya. I love you very much. You're awesome. It's an amazing journey, purpose that God has us all on, not just you and I. Everybody on the product has a new purpose and is getting excited to see, look what God is doing. Even in the midst of this difficult times that we're all in together, God is still doing amazing miracles and showing up just like he promised. And so I am excited to even be on this show. And the reason why that happened is because I've been going to a women's prophetic group in Santa Ana. I met Donna, and Donna's an amazing prayer warrior. She prays 6 a.m. on KBRG, and she's a beautiful sister now in my life. And so she connected me with Larry and Willie on KBRG, and I get excited to share samples with whoever is open to have a life change. And I was very blessed that Willie said yes. And so I'm excited to have him here with us to share his testimony. It's been a very short time, but Willie, are you there?
Oh, yes, I'm here.
All right. Thank you for saying yes to joining us today. It was a little curveball, but I love unexpected, curveballs like this. So, Willie, I just want you to share, you and I have been talking how we spend more money on things that are unhealthy and we don't even think twice about it. And now we have something really amazing in our hands, and to really just break down, first of all, your short testimony, it's been a few weeks, but also how we can maybe help others open up their mindset as to what they're spending and what's helping their bodies. So thank you for that.
Amen.
Yeah.
It amazes me as the amount of money we spend on comfort food, comfort drinks. During this pandemic, one organization that I used to purchase from did very well in the pandemic because everyone needed something that could make them feel better while they were going through this transition in life. And so ours happened to be Starbucks. Okay. When you don't think about when doing the math, when you really need something to really relax you and comfort you. And, but a lot of times it's not healthy. But, the thing is, my wife and I, we did the math on a certain drink that she usually drinks. I don't, but and we made the comparison between living food and a cup of coffee. So And not just any cup. This is a large cup, a Venti. And a Venti cup of coffee costed somewhere about $8. Okay, and if we did that every day, which we did, we did the math and found out we were spending somewhere in an area of $240 a month to comfort ourselves. And it wasn't, though coffee has some type of, I won't get into it, but they say coffee has some type of ingredient in it that's healthy. I don't know. I'm just going by what someone else says. But I decided to take a turn, and so did my wife. And the turn was when we were introduced to Zeal. We were in the living food. We were introduced to the living food. We decided to try it. We received the samples. I went through the samples, guys. I went through those samples. I like the mango, of course. And so, and I took it and I said, you know what? I feel better. I feel more energized. I feel more, I don't need 3 added shots of espresso or 6 shots of espresso. That's a lot, And so I still had joint pain. Even with the coffee, I still had joint pain. I still had this. I still had that going on. And so with the living food, I just within the first week, I began to see the results. Within the first week of taking it.
Amen.
And so I seen that, hey, the joint pain that I normally have is subsided. I remember a time when I think I told you 2 weeks ago, I was having some issues with my hip, and I went and drank the Zeal, for the second time. I had already taken it earlier, and I said, I think I'll take another dose of Zeal, and I took another dose, and the hip pain went away. And so I said, you know what? I'm doing the math here. And you guys, I know some of you and some of my friends have already did the research and did the math. And you guys know that it's a whole lot less expensive for me to get a canister of Zeal for a month than to get the same, Starbucks coffee that I was getting for the month. In fact, I'm saving a lot of money, and yet being more healthier.
Yeah.
And so I said, look, hey, why not get something that's going to help you, that's going to feed your body, that's going to make you feel much more energized, because I know you just want that shot, that wake up shot in the morning, so you can go throughout your day. But why do we crash midday?
Mm-hmm.
Even with caffeine, we crash midday.
Yeah.
And you become sleepy and lethargic. And so I said, the thing is, with Zeal, I don't feel that way. I don't crash midday. Mm-hmm. It is not some caffeine hype. It's a health food, that helps me move throughout the day and throughout each day. So I'm a daily advocate of the living food. And I need you guys to do that. Those of you that listen to me, and I know you guys don't often hear me on the radio, but hear me today. Okay? This works. It works. Okay? It is not some hype. We're not trying to sell you on something. We're not trying to make money off of you. What we want to see you is in good health. So I'm going to speak to you like Paul spoke to the converts. I would, above all, that you would prosper, that you would be in good health, even as your soul prospers. Now, the way to do it is the word of God, first of all. But if you want your body right, it's not going to be a bunch of fasting and praying. I just want to tell you that right now. You'll still be in bad health even if you fast and pray. You have to take the responsibility to move forward with living food. If you move forward with living food, I will guarantee there will be a change in your life. I don't know what type of change. It may not be the same for you as it is for me, but it will be a change because you're doing something to help your physical man be strong so that you can carry out the mission that God and the purpose that God has designed for you. You can carry it out in good health. So that's all I have to say on that. So I'll just give it back to Kiki.
That's good, Willie. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. So Willie, how much time do we have?
I don't know. So,
We're just having too much fun.
That's funny. Well, we don't want to go, too much over, but Isaiah 43:19 says, I'm going to give you a new thing. And it all makes sense. I I stopped craving coffee naturally. I ate half of my food naturally. All I had to do was drink. I just had to drink and let the testimonies unfold for itself. So I
And you
encourage
left craving
everybody.
for sugar. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, yeah, I don't crave sugar anymore. I don't crave certain things. Why? Because it's cell food. Our Starbucks is sugar. It's not cell food. Our tacos is not cell food. Living water is cell food. If we understand our temple is made of cells, it really makes sense. It's not that complicated. But you have to try it to have your own personal encounter. So, with that said,
tell them
be
how to get
better.
in touch with you, Kiki.
Okay, yes. Again, my phone number is 562-665-5115. Social media is Living Food by Kiki, and website Zurvita, ZURVITA.com/ Living Food by Kiki. And as Willie said, we don't make any medical claims. Nobody can. But our bodies were made for natural. Okay, so with that said, open up your mindset. Be ready for a life change for you and your family. Okay, anybody else want to say anything? We
You
good to
want the,
go?
I'm gonna add, you want the change, be the change.
Yes, amen to that. Awesome. Love you, Tanya. Love you, Willie. And everybody have a beautiful day. And I'm going to end with happy cells, happy body. Bye.